So you and a friend are arguing over someone's opinion, over an idea, and it's getting quite heated. You guys are firing emotional shrapnel at each other left and right, and when the dust clears, you see that your friendship has collapsed into absolutely nothing. All the friendship that you had and all the trust that you had is now gone and dismantled and in pieces. There is a very, very simple remedy to gluing these things back together, and it's called apologising. Now, if you've cheated on your spouse, then I don't think that's something that you can come back from, but in most situations with people, you can apologise and you can move on with the situation. Now, of course, it is not that simple. We don't like apologising as a human race. No one likes to be wrong. I don't like being wrong, you don't like being wrong. And it's understandable. Who likes being wrong? No one. But when you say sorry to someone and you apologise, you show your vulnerability to that person. And in 99% of cases, that person you're apologising to will be quite reasonable. Now, we all know that people can be very, very righteous on their opinions and their ideas. People like to be crusaders in their ideas on politics, their own beliefs. But if you say to someone that you're sorry for attacking those beliefs, you can actually remedy a lot of the damage that was done. And you don't need to apologise for having your own views, and you don't need to apologise for having your own opinions. I think that you're more apologising for the emotional distress that you've caused to that other person. Apologising doesn't need to be something where you see it as 100% it is your fault and everything that you said is now invalid. I don't think that is a very good way of looking towards apologising. Instead, if you see it as that you're apologising for being so offensive and being so righteous towards that person and causing emotional distress, then you can really fix a lot of things. Now, how do you approach apologising? One of the best ways to do this is by doing it quickly. Let me ask you this question. If you were going to eat a frog, would you stare at that frog for days on end? For weeks, maybe? For months? I mean, it's not going to look any prettier, is it? It's not going to look any more appetizing. So you may as well just eat that frog immediately. Now, of course, you're not eating frogs in this situation, but in the sense of apologising, it's the same principle. If you do it quickly, it'll be the minimal pain for you and the other person, and it means that you can get back on track to fixing everything again. So the other thing I'd recommend is apologising wholeheartedly and excessively. And now, these two put together are really, really powerful. When you apologise wholeheartedly, you are being completely honest with the other person. When you apologise in this type of manner, everyone knows that it goes better than being half-arsed about it. Another technique that I would recommend is that you bombard this person with excessive apologies as well as wholehearted comments about why you are sorry. These two put together are a really, really strong combination, and here's why. Now, when you are wholehearted about your apology, that is a very, very strong thing emotionally to do to another person. You are admitting that your stance of being so righteous and being so aggressive towards them was not correct. And when you bombard them with loads and loads and loads of these messages towards them, then they can't do anything but accept. This is one of the things that a lot of people will find it very, very hard to beat you up because you're already beating yourself up. So the damage they were going to do to you, you're already doing to yourself. And the thing is that the things that you do to yourself will be a lot less painful than people doing things to you. So overall, net gain, why would you not want to take that? It is unlikely that they are going to kick you down after doing these methods of apologising excessively, apologising wholeheartedly, and apologising quickly, because that's all they wanted to hear. All they wanted to hear in their mind was that they are correct. Now, it's interesting because if you say sorry to someone and you've just argued about an idea or belief or opinion, they might interpret it as that you've just said sorry for having those opinions, but in your mind, you're seeing it as that you're just apologising for being excessive towards them and being aggressive. Now, Of course, you don't tell this to the other person because it will just erupt another argument again. But if you think about it, both sides win in this equation because you don't have to remove your opinions and beliefs, and then the other person doesn't actually have to feel like their own stance was wrong. So both of you win. Now, I had a case recently where I had to use these methods myself, and after I did it, everyone knows that the relief of all that tension, all those grudges that were made, and all that energy expelled onto the other person, how much you hate them, dissipates rather quickly, and it feels great. So, if you have someone that you need to apologise to and it's long overdue, go ahead and apologise to them, because your life will get so much better because of it. I hope this video was entertaining, and I hope you've enjoyed. Thank you.